Tackle the planet, giving it thriving ecosystems and a massive civilization for people to live. So anyway, let the challenge begin. There was a beautiful planet full of happy Lego minifigures. Today, a giant meteorite struck it, which means that people here now need a new place to live. But in order to get there, we first need to build them a giant spaceship that will transport all of them. And my plan is to build one with a lot of seats. That way we can transport a lot of people. An oxygen tank so people can breathe in space, and inside are seats for all the passengers. Now that the spaceship is finished, it's time for them to travel to the brand new planet. So let's load in all the passengers to let them off to the passenger. Watch out for anything that attack a spaceship. Danger. That's a star. Now, throughout this journey, we've successfully made it to our brand new planet. This one is way bigger than the rest, but if it was to level on it, flat and round at the same time. So it's time to land the spaceship and step foot on it for the very first time. Let's take a giant leap of four-legged with flat planet oxygen, so they're suffocating. Hit them with space shoots. Yes, they're ready to conquer this planet. Also, let's ignore the fact that it looks naked. The first one we need to build is a giant base with everything for people to survive on this planet. If we're inside our long hallways full of sibling mods, and in the very middle, I even built this shared classroom. But it's enough to survive for now. So we need to build on another side. So things says. Okay, nice. The next important thing we need is food. This planet has clearly none much facilities that will produce and supply food. So first I built this large greenhouse with a giant glass roof, and inside are all different types of fruits and vegetables. There's a mini pig head and a melon. To add to that second room, where they are prepared and turned into real food that's ready to eat. And it then going to the third final room, which is a large cafeteria. Now this planet has become more livable. It's time to increase the population. Nice. In the middle, let terror army aliens will help. All we friendly. Friendly assures them gift that they can actually kill us. Which make the fear continue building. I'm worried the people here are starting to become very sad and depressed, which means we need to build them something that will make them happy. So I made this large building with four different rooms inside actual suites. A indoor hot tub, room, entire movie theater. The gaming room with arcade machine and a ping pong table, and gym and exercise and stay hostel. And next, it's on nature. Which then is built different biomes, just like on Earth, associating with a tropical rainforest. And the first thing are plants. Now we can actually have oxygen to breathe. So now the only thing left missing are animals. So we can rescue all the animals from the last planet and bring them last into their new home. Earth world is desert. So I added cactuses, a small oasis, steady animals, and a camel. It was the Arctic. At this time, I added these giant icebergs. I also added some Arctic animals like this penguin, the polar bear, and the sea lion. I halfway covered with the sketchiest thing I've ever built. And built is a savanna. So I built this vast field in the trees with different animals, including this snake, this chicken, and this giant elephant, and forest giant home. So I added some native animals. Those who had shoes. The sheet is starting to look like Earth now. Chin, Janet, not too small. It well, people here fall in love with each other. So the next one is for hospital and delivery. So I went ahead and built one with some separate rooms that serve each purpose. For diseases, is one has a professional chiropractor that will help with energy injuries you might have. I also built and also this baby in the middle. Boy here I started educated and spent is to use giant Lego school to send them to schools. At the time to our team, there is a sub lab and a small library, and if the students get good grades, they can work with some recess. This is so sketchy. We need to build a research center. That way we can make new scientific discoveries, learn new things about this planet. You'll find a laboratory to conduct experiments where we can store and collect all the data and everything we discovered. Our land vehicle with a drill on the front comes from the ground and collect samples. Time to act. Okay, nice. The show's finished. One side left. They that leaves. Babies, area, put up in spaceship. Change minds. They're back. So they're about to go to war with us. Right? We need to build a giant military base to defend ourselves. So I built this base with a giant wall around it. This one for storing weapons, a meeting rooms so we can plan our attack on structure. With beds and these crates full of food. These showers station soldiers even brought this giant gun. Time to go to war. But first, let's see how durable our place is. So now it's turn to attack. Well, now that those aliens are gone forever, our planet is at peace for once and for all. It's really that I should not show a small replica of the planet. Own custom black sent it. So cool skies. Definitely from whatever that is. Minute. That had nothing for. This is a Lego castle with filled. Just kidding, because this is a Lego army filled with some of the strongest Lego soldiers already. Sorted it and simulating a Lego world to build things like tanks, helicopters, watchtowers, catapults, and a lot more to have the most legendary battle. But first, we need armies. Okay, please, a modern day military soldier. Sorry, this is weapons like rifles, lock, might, bazookas, and over 30 of other to use up his army. Untamed. Now, Brickman, the most feared conqueror in the Lego, he got so many cool weapons that he can lead the squad into a dirt. Now we're gonna build the rest of his army. And here it is in general Brickman's army, which includes some orthodox soldiers. Sergeant Sausage, who's his section in command, geared worthy enough to be in the army. General Brickman put them through a serious legal strategies. And who's in Wuxi, the other army. This is a massive castle village and drawbridge, ladder, a hot dog stand, and a lot more. Just like old-fashioned weapons, shields, bows, axes, spears, horses, they bear fists with this wing artillery. Horsemen, wizards, and cavemen, and and John's and Octavian just heard from his pet pig the war is coming. So they got it and prepared, while the caveman does one arm for shot. Brickman and Surgeon Sausage is tryouts going at full force. So duty on exports anymore. So I wanna play in real life now. Karami, please. Of course. At that they're gonna do it. And pointed right between your eyes. So man chooses the squad. John gun. Sure who has cushion armor species runs to something. So until that blinds the eyes his enemies. Teeth of the strongest troops. The military transport boats for all of them to ride in. And a few hours the word in. Start move. Bugger off, man. You take your area. What did you say? Quiet. Samson his hammers. So the media is on the watchout and signed the first one the spiders in front. Then brought up to a small floor slots up top. Soldiers and towers. To machinery watch out. Here's Rickman's army top out, and now they need something to prevent the castle crumbling down. A tank. No phone charge. Insist. And here's the tank. It's here so yeah, to plus and one that the gun can move the sky targets, and you can even move the top eyes still. In Earth Wingman's worst weapon is up missing is able to skirt dirt across the back to it. And I'm the chipmunk soldier is then hiding and started firing at the watchtower, which fight fire but fear so they thought the other way to strike back. They decided to build a battering ram, a shake shaft and a spiky tip on the rear. But then has choice. Tis adolescence. On the rounds, it's all thought. I only started another week here. Humber truck so that the figures move quickly and gun down the enemies. Just side and back for minifigs to get out and it's looking turret on the spot attempts. And now it could be summoned into the war. Another military's got to build on the battle, the medieval people need to make their move, so I pick an unwilling and he using voting to the tanks. But then it gets off the soldier. Stop sitting me at the shower. Right. And figures right. Amen. So just move that ring there. And was so much up from behind. Takes off. I reach size to it's a truck into heaven. My God, is that dumb in it? Act tires and these guys just came crushed and hopeless. They had another vent out a castle. Said this now, but his vision unleashed. A horse carrying castle out across as okay, cast off sorry, to just to tries to trim course and turns them into launch. But one managed to escape and snuck to the back of the castle. Everything was a stalemate. Doubt ended forward, but the sharks were death staring them. 4 hours. Joy. The last 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 37 seconds of life. Husbands said, lying some time. The Central Brickman TBR. Chips, scissors from the flies. Nothings that they could do over a machine gun, a helicopter, the sign to castle's wall. Aside, the comet crate, enchanted this. It happened Lego cannon pieces that actually shoot a sound cannon post to axe. From the battle plan over some sources. The tenants own castle. Rose. Time hunters. So dueling over the weapons. So see the weapons. It's headshot. It's helicopter with inside. It seems Sylvia was there to also meeting cannons. So many of them. It's 6 hours. In time, build what levels But for well, yeah, I don't change with mega cannon after the most intense 2 minutes of my life. It was done, and now all we need to do is hide it behind the castle. Attacks the totem of band set to to say safe from his body to Sharwell, and now adding them to the castle. Then I finished up General Brickman's helicopter had two really cool look wings and a cockpit and two blasters in the front, but is getting shot with an arrow. As kid military chief for the dog and the owner, and give the dog the truth light and rest he needs. The 24 hours were up. He woke up from his nap to the sound of gunshots and did not go outside. Just, the First Order faction was getting into the castle. Trust, Senator, shot the three letters off, and soldiers arrived to scout the wall. And behind the others, the walls, shoes, tiny house, Tracy, also extremely risky unless they want to wait what is he doing. And for trying to castle because the entrance is wide open. He stepped and still across. Got the drawbridge and rocking and fell into dungeon doom. Adjutant approved his plans and was by the Watcher of Doom. Out he's got his boy next to him. He did not fight. Big fan had searched outside. His both with his hat. Houston shot. He died. But that wasn't the last day of time. They started to run out the cannonballs of glass, but before they could knock down or nothing, just ran the bow and arrow and shot the them. And the soldier sent telling his name. Oh, not a check, non talk. Okay. That's nuts. His nuts down. Does not stop eating nuts. His nuts, their nuts. Took the chance into the tank. But ice in the nuts. The caveman. It's such a it's showed his tank. Then the time. Trades Scott Tutter. That's terrible. Is that a little Satan caveman? Did he cut it to shells? Just like Ben's said. The rest of shout says it by the explosion, and he silent parts and education stand off ever, firing at each other, touching each other blue. That sorts of outside. Except men are dog. Not man. So field. Yes, sadly, as a dude of course wins and order. Meanwhile, the science tried. Not that it was needed. Let's finish talk to talk. Sure. It helps the treatment as absorb nutrition. So, sorry, the searchers and start ready to serve them. As they can hunt side was designing another Lego tank, at this time much mightier than the previous. So, that can spin around at the other tank. Thus, anyone and with that, the mega tank was finished. And, and taking exact on. So General Brickman watching for such scenes. In stars in his sense, Shannon songs and hair. And some would say that they say size. And will in that joy shouts that the shine. It went not as senses, except his two. The troops started climbing lashes and burned the castle to the ground. Everything, you such, smash everything, everyone to see is like has young is a dig and saved, saved, sergeant, genius, then, time. So touch silence and treatments process. His face, his face, eyes, and again, the lights are cut off, but you're still looking at the grief, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. God, first last one time. Charged, party, time, me, resolve, self, shot for the kidney. One, people need you, and so others, side two sets. Plus the that's sexual topping down forward. Catapults to launch seats, not the most to ladders. Homes, shows, shots, the ties, chain shell. It's important side stars. This oh crap, but then a voice was heard from the church. It was a caveman. Sergeant. And they had entered such a large gem, but they are not seen to launch. Such a source. Said, said, it shut up shop who was waiting for this whole this moon. Beyond was shut up, killed, says us, says Kate, him cook, rice, the nature was that was that out here and darting to help the people, and soon after the hot dogs ran fire, foot long, 6 inches. Frenzy again. As else. Slices, slices, slice, edge, is for meeting him. Pavements, seeing and times. It's time for our signatures. Yeah, what? Finish with what?